Hello. 'Tis me. Me and Jonah. I'm alive. I didn't stream last weekend because I honestly couldn't be bothered to. Anyway, I'm here and I'm alive. Hi, Blackbird. How are you? I feel like I just woke up, even though I woke up at like 8, so, you know, a fair while ago. Gotta change it to live chat, and then I gotta pop it out. Because sometimes that helps. You will not believe the bullshit that just went down. I tried to pop out the... Hi, Crow, by the way, nice to see you. I tried to pop out the chat so I could put it on my front screen so that I was actually sometimes on occasion looking at the camera, because it's not easy to see the I think I may be a fear entity. You might be, honestly. Because I don't know, I just was wanting, and then I accidentally clicked mail, like my favorite tab, mail, and it just left, and I was like, you're fucking joking. Oh my god. So then I was like, oh my god, am I going to have to set it up again? I don't want to do that. That's so annoying. But no, instead it had just kind of gone to this weird screen. And I didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't your fault, Crow. Don't worry. It's just me being a dumbass. But it is funny how every time you've joined consistently, the chat has, the stream has crashed. Crashing Crow. Who knows? I'm not going to set up voice chat because Spooky's going to show up and Spooky's going to ruin my life with it. So I'm just going to read it out loud if I feel like it, because I'm not giving Spooky the potential to cause. Yep, there it is. I was literally just saying that I'm not doing text to voice tonight because I knew for a fact that you would abuse it. And then right on cue, you showed up and went, hello. And I was like, yep. As if the gods themselves brought you to my domain. Oh, fucking hell. It's so weird not wearing glasses anymore. Should we see what I look like in my... Because what's funny is before, right, I could never see myself clearly without my glasses on. Now I can't see myself clearly with my glasses on, which is a very weird sensation and very much fucks with my identity itself, dramatically. Because, like, when you can only see yourself with under certain conditions, it's like, you know, that's obviously your identity. And even though you try and take them off, it's like you can't see yourself anymore. You have to get like really close to the camera or something to be able to see yourself in those situations. But now, this is hard. My eyes are working overtime trying to be able to see clearly. Like, my eyes are, you know, when you dissociate and everything goes woo, woo, woo. That's kind of what's happening when my eyes keep trying to dissociate to make everything easier. Yeah. I feel weird not wearing these anymore. I kind of miss them. I'm sure a day will come when I'll need some form of glasses again. But I've realized that consequence of wearing glasses my whole life since about 8 years old, I have 2 bald patches behind my ears. And I checked with my mum, and according to her, her hair ends quite close to her ear. And I was like, so basically what you're telling me is that because I've consistently worn glasses, the hair follicles have just like disappeared and I just don't have hair behind my ears anymore. So, yeah. I can't tell if chat is broken or if no one's talking. It's probably just that no one's talking and I'm being dramatic. But yeah, oh, you should absolutely... You fucker. Check your ears, because I had never thought of this, right? Like, I mean, part of the reason I liked having the buzz, especially around my ears, was because the hair didn't get, like, all tangled up. Spooky, I'm a fuck you up, bro. Leave me and my damn bald patches alone, all right? My bald patches did nothing to you. Leave them be. Goddamn. Yeah, this is a weird... Yeah, my eyes are trying really hard to focus, and they just can't. It's so odd. I kind of miss how I looked in glasses. No, the surgery was worth it. It was... The surgery was worth it. Can you imagine? I went through all of that, and then I told myself that I like how I look more in glasses. Yo, that would be so fucking wild. Spooky, leave my damn patches alone, all right? I ain't doing this with you today. Not today, good sir. No, no. I also have noticed since getting the surgery. Oh, I do have a bit of an arch here. If my nose pointed up, it would look so fucking weird. Yeah, I've got a very straight nose. Starting to realize. Basically, because I can see my face more clearly. Damn it, wrong button. Like when I'm like I seem to just know my face better, and I found out that I have a crook in my nose bone. I don't remember breaking my nose, but there is a bump. Right, I don't know if I could actually show it. Hang on. Do you see right there? It's like it goes crooked like that. It's kind of hard to see, but it's basically the bone pushes this. No, not that way. Yes, that way. What the fuck is going? Hi, hi, Justin. Nice to see you. We're talking about my nose bone and how the fact that it's inverted is really fucking me up right now because, yeah, it's this. Yeah, okay, it's inverted. That's what I was like. What the fuck is going on? The bone is kind of on this side, goes in a bit more than it should. You can see it more with the highlight, like when the light reflects off it, it curves slightly, like that. No, opposite. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate the fact that it's inverted. It's great for you guys because you guys are actually seeing me. Can't hang out very long, got to get in the car soon, but just wanted to at least say hello. Oh, thank you for coming anyway, Crow. I'm glad you actually got to join a stream that worked, even though we had a bit of a bumpy start, you know. We're just talking about my identity crisis now that I don't wear glasses. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not used to how my face looks because, right, these glasses are -6, right? Look how much they refract. Like, can you see that shit? It's quite, so when I wear them, can you see that, like, it brings in the sides of my face around my eyes with the like refraction of it. And so my face shape now is really odd to me. Like, it's great because you can actually see my eyes, which are quite big, but my glasses make them look very small. So that's a nice thing. Is the video jumping for anyone else? Or is it it might be my phone. It might be my camera being a cunt, as per fucking usual. We'll plug her in. One day, everything will work the way it's supposed to, and it won't have my throat and my ass, you know? One day this will be the case, but just not today, you know? Just not today. Hopefully that's making it a little better. I can see it jumping on. It's jumping a bit on my recorder. It does that sometimes. It's just being an asshole. I don't know how to fucking fix it. I'm run out of ideas. I'm fresh out. Maybe if I quit a bunch of things that are using like internet, maybe that'll help. Just going to get rid of all of these. Yeah, save those changes. Sure. Hurry up. Fucking fine, okay. Oh, bye, Spooky. Thanks for stopping by. Probably just my intimate, maybe not if it's the software that I use can jump a little, especially if I move around a lot. It tends to start struggling to like keep up with me on occasion. The only way to truly like fix it is to basically remove the demand of stuff on my computer, which I've tried to do a little bit by closing some tabs. No, fuck it. I'm just going to close all of those. Yeah. So that should probably help. Anyway, back to my identity crisis. I don't know. I don't know what I look like anymore. Like it doesn't make. What is my face? I can't cope in these conditions. I really can't. When you wear glasses for as long as I wore glasses, it becomes like a part of your identity. You know, it was like you know, because I needed my glasses to function, and so not having my glasses was like oh well thing, right? And so I guess it's just a little weird looking at myself now that I don't have glasses on, because I don't look the way I've always looked to me. Because the way I've always looked is that I've had a weird shit going on around my eyes with the whole refraction thingy. But I've also had like a framing thing going on, you know, which changes how I look. Like if I concentrate really hard, I can still see through these glasses a little bit. And it's like, I don't know, it's just stuff on your face, you know? It's like piercings. Like if I were to take out all my piercings, I wouldn't look like me anymore, because my piercings are kind of like a part of me. Or like if someone had a tattoo that they've had for a really long time removed, it would be like that's part of me. I look weird without it kind of thing, you know? It's not inherently bad. It's just odd. Like I'm noticing a lot more things about my face that I previously wasn't privy to because I had glasses in the way. For example, I I have here a really like weird bump. And I've never really noticed it before, but now I do because it like the shadow hits it different. And it's really weird to me. I'm like, what is this? You know? Have the same feelings. I don't look right with my glasses off. Also, they seem to hide the bags under eyes, so that's a bonus. Yeah, I just for a minute there, I really looked very haggard to me. I can't kind of get over my face. Like I feel like I'm more aware of my face now. Because anytime I guess this is the thing. Anytime I could see my face clearly, I was like, I was like yay far from the mirror, right? And at this closeness, the shape of your face completely morphs, you know, like because of perspective and shit. So this is kind of the first time that I'm regularly seeing my face from a distance. So it's not getting like morphed by perception and stuff. And I'm just, it's weird. I don't know how I feel. On top of that, my vision still isn't perfect. There's still a little bit of, but then I remembered that I'm fucking dyslexic. So now I'm like, is it that I need a further surgery? Or does my brain just not work and there's no saving this? This is as good as it gets. Because I don't remember having this issue back when I wore glasses. Which is odd. But also, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, it's a bit like if someone swapped your ears, like just put them on the other side. And like you could still tell which was left and right. It's not like, oh my God, okay, are we good? Oh my God. What's AR? Don't know what that is. Save. Clear lens. You good? You gonna fuck me up? Okay. Hopefully it doesn't keep making me disappear temporarily. I don't help the camera by moving all the time. But honestly, it should know what to do by this point. Anyways, I can't even fucking remember what I was saying. Yeah, it's a bit like if someone swapped your ears and just put them in the other ear. Oh my God, it keeps fucking stopping. I hate that. And like it switched as well. Maybe disable that. That's probably for the best. We will actually stream eventually, but I'm making up for the fact that I didn't stream last week by info dumping on you. You know, standard stuff. This is, you know what to expect by now. And so it's like your ears switched. And so even though like you could still hear and it was on the right side, like if someone clicked here, you didn't hear it over there or something, you know, like it switched. But it's like you're so used to hearing with this ear over here and this ear over here that if someone were to switch them around and they suddenly had to reorient themselves, you'd be a bit like, I can hear, but it's wrong. Like something's incorrect here, but I don't know what. And that's kind of what I'm experiencing, where it's like, I've had clear vision my whole life with the help of glasses. And in situations where I took my glasses off, if something was close enough to my face, I could still see it clearly. Does that, you know? Whereas now it's like I have clear vision, but it's not clear. But it is. But it's not the kind, but it's also not the kind of blurry. It's not the kind of blurry that it was before. It's a different kind of blurry somehow. And like not the kind of blurry that gets fixed by glasses. Why is my camera doing that? I'm going to get real pissed off if it keeps doing that. I swear to God. It better just stop doing that. Because it's now that I've been made aware of it, it's pissing me off as well. I always just assumed that it only happened on my end. I don't know why I assumed that, but yeah, that's annoying. I hope that stops. Like, I really hope that stops. It probably won't, but I'm just gonna close all other tabs. Yeah, leave. That's fine. At least the audio is fine. I normally, yeah, that's true. If the audio was fucked up, that'd be somehow horribly worse. So yeah, it's a bit like my eyes work, but I'm not seeing the same way I used to see. And so it's like my perception's all funky. Because it's like right now, okay. Right now, there is, hang on, I got a measuring tape somewhere. Hang on. I'm one of those lesbians. Let me find my measuring tape. What's the point of having a measuring tape if I don't use it in completely unnecessary ways? God, I can't see. It's fucking dark in here, bro. Okay. So, currently, the second monitor, which is you're there, second monitor is there, is about 76 centimeters from me, which is roughly 30 inches, right? I can see the words on the screen, but I can't see them the same way I saw them before. It's like, well, there's a bit of fuzziness around them, but it's also a bit like, do you remember in Word back in the day, people used to use word art and you could create like little shadows for a title? It would be like it would go like, choo. So you'd have like the word and then you'd have the little like shadow down here, you know? It's a bit like that. But it's also, and it's a bit like I have an urge to squint because my brain's telling me that's going to make it better because that is what used to make it better. Because fun fact, if you are short-sighted, if you create a teeny tiny like hole with your fingers and look through it, you can actually see clearer. I can't remember the science behind it, but I remember being taught that, and that was always a tactic I used to use when I couldn't find my glasses. I'd walk around like this, trying to find them. But then, like, if I do this, yeah, the words which are directly in the center of this tiny hole that I've made between my fingers are clearer than they look just normally. So I'm like, what is going on? Something isn't right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the problem is anymore. It used to be that I always knew what the problem was because it was can I not see as well, even with my glasses on? Okay, my vision's gone worse and I'm more short-sighted than I was before. And the type of blurriness that it was very familiar to me. You know, like I got very good at identifying the world around me from just colors alone. I'm actually very good at distinguishing colors. It's one of the few things that I'm really good at. In fact, I have a game called I Love Hue, which is a game where you create color palettes. Very fun game, free. You should try it out. It's a fun, very relaxing, pretty game. But I digress. I'm really good at it because it's just like I'm very good at discerning colors. Because if I don't have my glasses on, that's the only way I can kind of tell where things are. You know. Like, okay, the sofa is the grey blob there, and the cream surrounding it is the carpet. So walk on the cream and avoid the big grey splodge. You know what I mean? Or avoid the big white smudge that's coming closer because that's a fucking wall. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of blurriness I'm used to. This blurriness is like, it's like weird double vision where the words are clear, but they're not. And it pisses me off because I just want to be able to read super clearly. You know what I mean? That's like one of the things I'd really like to be able to do. For me, one's long and one's short, and I just get double vision. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming now, like properly, because it's been like 30 minutes, but I get what you mean, Blackbird. I basically, why does my camera keep doing that? Oh well, doesn't matter. So long as you can still see me, it's fine. I just don't really know. It's a weird feeling. And I mean, it's not like with the people that I got the surgery from, if after the first surgery you still have issues with your vision, you get this additional free surgery, which is called an upgrade, which is essentially if because they guarantee like we will perfect your vision 2020 better than 2020, you know, if it's not that on the first try, you then get to have a second surgery for free where they basically try and make it even better to try and fix whatever issue you're still having. So it's not like I've wasted money, you know, like it wasn't a waste of money because one way or another, I will have perfect vision by the end of this ordeal. But it's just kind of like, it's very disconcerting when you can't read easily, you know? Also, you're not alone in the bald patch behind the ear, if that helps. Thanks for pointing that out. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize because I always just assumed that was where the hair ended. But it turns out that actually it's where it's been rubbed off by the arms of your glasses. What the I didn't know this. I only noticed this the other day when I was basically checking out my own face because I could suddenly see all of it really well, you know? Like, I was just having a real good look. And I was just like, do you know, I can see where my hair ends. And I asked my mum, I was like, Mum, do you have that? Because my mum wears glasses, but not religiously like I do. So I was like, do you also have this? And she was like, no. And I was like, for fuck's sake. I'll be right back. I need my water bottle because my mouth is drier than the Sahara Desert. And it ain't the vibe. Also, this is everyone's little reminder to drink some fucking water. Hydrate or dihydrate, motherfucker. Anyway, I've yapped on for long enough. I think it's about time we got into what we're all truly here for, which is to listen to the Magnus archives. Jesus, I disappeared there for a second. In the meantime, we're going to be crocheting a mushroom. But not just any mushroom. A mushroom made out of embroidery thread. Look how bloody small this is. Like, that's my hand. Look how small those little hook... This hurts. I have like a permanent dent on the end of my index finger from doing this, but it's fun and it's cute. And, you know, it's going to be a mushroom. So really, I'm not really even complaining. I'm just letting you guys know, honestly. Like, it's going to be dope as hell. Anyway, I need to find a place to lock the rest of the thread. Yeah, I had to undo a bunch, so this is what we're working with. But it's chill. It's chill. It's chill. I must have added an extra stitch somewhere, so I had to go back. Anyways, so last time we had a very dramatic episode with oh my god, I keep disappearing. With Martin. Which was very fun. And like I seem to keep doing, we are now on to checking out. That was a horrible segue. I'm sorry. Lord have mercy. I still miss AI Guy. I really do. It's fine.
Episode 187.
It's fine. Totally fine.
Checking out.
So long as you're doing it with consent, you can check out as much as you want, John. Oh my god, there's 7 people here. That's too many people. I hope you enjoy my crocheting. I can't really see it. I can lower it down a little more. There you go. Now you get a full view of my crocheting. It's very small.
So are you gonna knock or what?
Perhaps I was just enjoying a quiet moment before you arrived.
Yeah. Bit rude to do it on my doorstep though, isn't it?
Helen! I was like...
Perhaps. My apologies.
So, where's the old ball and...
Why is there smooth jazz in the background? Is Helen like redecorating the spiral zone?
Babe, surely you're not paying me a visit on your lonesome.
I am.
The old ball and chain.
You're right.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
You hoped that by nudging us past his domain, Martin would still be there when I arrived. So I would have to pass through on my own.
Oh, you sneaky little devil.
I thought you said you weren't going to look inside people's heads.
I thought you said you weren't people.
Touché.
Two can play at
What's
that
worse, I
game.
have tried not to look inside you.
Oh yes.
I maybe glimpse a motive sometimes, but I try not to stare.
I'm touched. Any particular reason for this monumental restraint?
The same reason you don't want Martin here. I wasn't sure I wanted to kill you, and you don't want to die.
Fucking hell, that got intense really quick. We went from like casual, playful conversation to I was deciding whether or not to commit murder. Okay. Didn't realize that was the level we were on, but honestly, I don't expect much else anymore.
Caught up in ideas of justice and solving things. Sure, he can wave away the theoretical idea of people suffering.
But if he sees it up close, he might try to get his boyfriend to smite you.
Something like that. We built up such a...
I cast John, prepare to meet God.
Over such a temporary disagreement. I'm just concerned for his happiness, you understand?
Completely.
I am a little bit surprised you didn't follow him.
He didn't want me to. I didn't need special powers to know that. When he crossed the threshold, I had to make a choice.
And you chose me.
Let's say you were something of a branching path.
Always the flatterer. So, when is he coming out the other side?
It might take a while.
Yeah, these quiet reflective domains sometimes do. Oh well, more time for us to hang out, I suppose. Shoot the breeze, share some hot goss.
Excuse me while I try to contain my joy.
You're excused.
God, I never get over how fucking sassy John is. The world killed his lust for life and his willingness to live for any reason other than spite, but it did not kill his sass. Let me tell you, that shit is like tungsten. It ain't going anywhere. It don't matter how many fear gods, eldritch beings, traumatic episodes you put this man through, that sass will be like the shield that he uses to protect his fragile bones. And I love that for him, you know, I really, really do. I think he deserves that.
So, are you coming?
I thought we agreed I'm far too all-powerful to cross your threshold.
Oh shit, she's letting him in.
Yourself. This isn't some extension, some limb reaching out to snatch the wayward or the trusting. This domain, this magnificent building, is me.
I am a building. Oh, that's sick. That was cool. I wasn't expecting that. Like stretching and the fucking bone, the bricks start moving. Can you imagine if that happened every time I clicked my back? It would sound like detonation projects every fucking day. I get so many complaints from the neighbors.
Does anything silly.
Still love the elevator music energy we've got going on in the background.
Or you could just stand there glowering, that's fine too.
I'm trying to know if there's another route I can take.
And?
Turns out there is, actually.
Ooh.
But it is rather full of spiders.
Don't. You're telling me after all this fucking time, after all the shit this man has been through, after everything he knows, he's still afraid of You did make it. That feels like it was really delayed. Why am I seeing that so late? I only just saw that I made it. Either you've got really slow messaging or like, oh, I see. Yeah, no, I thought it took you that whole time to say I made it. And I was like, you have made it for several minutes at this point, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, annoyingly, this little thingy right here is kind of in the way, but I'm not paying money to remove it, so we're just gonna have to deal with it, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't be such a sourpuss.
You can't sit here and tell me he's actually still scared of spiders.
I promise.
Like, that's ridiculous. Come on. I'm excited to be here for the Helen. Yeah, this is like Helen's little moment.
Oh.
Which I like.
Feels different to last time.
Different how?
The tape recorder feels more awake.
Oh.
Well, fucking what?
Joy. Come on.
I mean, goodbye, Mr. Spider was his specific statement. You don't know what he knows about spiders. This is true. God, there's so much white in eyes. How have I never, like, that's so... I'm still getting used to my face. There's so much white. Why is there so much white? I'm not used to this. It's too much. God damn. Anyways.
No. Yeah.
What?
You just knew the way through me. And it's not a pleasant feeling, no, but you're not like that. Not at all.
Well, tough. I'm not going to trust you to be my guide.
No, would it kill you?
It's killed plenty of others.
He makes a very good point. Make yourself untrustworthy and you won't be trusted.
You really don't like me, do you?
No.
You've not had a spider domain yet. I totally forgot. I can't wait. Why must you hurt me like this? Justin, don't encourage them. I can't. God damn it.
And you never
Tee
have.
hee your ass,
Not
man.
really.
Even though I saved you from Michael.
You were Michael.
Oh, I'm the distortion. As was Michael, but I'm not him, and never have been. Surely you know all this by now with your shiny new eye powers.
It's not about what I know. It's about what I feel.
Oh, what do you feel?
I have
I
feelings.
liked Helen.
I am Helen.
The real one.
Helen Classic.
Sure.
That doesn't make any sense. You barely met her. You had half an hour together and she spent most of that time ranting about mazes. She was positively delirious with paranoia.
True. But as you'll recall, I was pretty paranoid myself at that point.
So what?
Kindred spirit.
You saw yourself in her. A sad reflection, a possible future.
Maybe.
Oh, John. This existence can be wonderful if you just let it.
I know.
That's why he doesn't
For what
want
it's
to
worth,
let it.
I really don't think you would have liked her if you'd known her better. I mean,
No?
you haven't looked into Helen Classic's past yet. You should try it. I don't think you'll like what you find.
What? Lying to real estate clients? Bit of a prick at parties? Secret Tory?
Yes,
Secret.
to all of them.
That's the funniest one on that list. Oh, that's honestly, being called a Tory is such a massive insult in like British culture. Even if you are a Tory, being called a Tory is just offensive, which I think is so funny, because imagine being offended at being called a Tory and yet fulfilling the criteria. A Tory, so it's a political party, or at least sort of like conservatives, and we call them Tory. I can't really remember why they're called Tories. I'm sure there is a reason, but honestly I just don't really care to know. But basically they're the whole, like, you know, tax cuts for the rich. I shouldn't have to, you know, give my money to poor people. Why should I care? Blah, blah, blah. You know, standard selfish shit. Yes, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Republican equivalent. I got to be careful. I'm gonna get like cut off if I'm too political, especially right now. God damn. Yeet.
Actually,
But yeah, so if you call your mate a Tory, it's like a massive. It's like, how fucking dare you? No one wants to be called a Tory, even Tories, and yet they're still Tories. So
And that's the problem. I could have grown to dislike her, but you made sure that sort of thing could never happen. Now you use her form, see her mind, but they're just tools. Michael had nothing you could use but a razor-straight desire for vengeance. But you saw something in Helen that would work on me much more subtly. So you took her. But I'll never get to dislike her. I'm stuck disliking you instead.
oh
at
shit.
least I care enough to bother.
That's true, I suppose.
Damn. That was like heavier than I was anticipating. Good God. I've never really thought of that. I did always find it a little peculiar that he was so attached to OG Helen. Just like a little bit. Not massively, because I can kind of get it, you know. But Makes sense when he puts it that way.
No. There, please stop doing that.
I'll stop doing it when I'm confident you're taking me the right way.
I am.
The quickest way.
Oh, fine.
Can't fool him that easily, Helen. The
But
planes.
tell me,
Ooh.
why are we going the long way? Are you just trying to keep me from meeting any victims? Or are you trying to figure out if there's still a way you can destroy me?
Ooh.
Bit of both, to be honest.
Here's the
I see.
tea.
How long have you been working with Elias?
I'm not.
Helen, is that a lie?
No, it's not. I didn't know him. I've never even... Look, I'm happy here, all right? The world is fabulous, and I don't want you to end it all because you've got a chip on your shoulder.
So you think I can turn the world back?
I think you're bloody-minded and stubborn, and I won't underestimate you.
Thank you.
And for all his bleeding heart, Martin's just as bad, worse, even in some ways.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he said it the same way I did. I was like, yeah, he is. And he went, yes, he is. And I was like, simp recognizes simp. The simp community is strong. The drama is high.
You are so difficult to like sometimes. I've been nothing but nice to you.
Maybe that's why I never trusted you.
See? So rude.
Or maybe it's because you're an embodiment of the fear of lies and delusion.
Also rude.
And true.
Could you, could you manifest a room for me, please?
Why?
So I can make a statement.
You do realise it's all me, right? If I make a room, I'll still hear you because I'd be the room.
Fine, I just thought... Never mind. I wander through the corridors, quickly.
Oh, shit.
Footsteps hurrying, spurred on by
Straight
the worries
in.
that chase
God
me.
damn.
What were the directions she'd said?
Damn.
Smiling.
I look like I've got a mustache every time I put my lip. That's really funny. Why does that look so good? So accurate. It looks like actual. It doesn't look good because it's a terrible moustache, but it looks like it. It looks like I've got stubble. That's so funny.
Friendly woman in reception. Left.
I didn't know I
Right,
had that kind of
right,
power.
Right, left. Straight ahead, then down the stairs. No, that can't be it because I just went left and it's a dead end. I'm not a dead end. It's a door that says honeymoon suite.
Currently unoccupied.
I turn to retrace my steps. I must have taken a wrong
Did she
turn.
make a
Just in
fucking
case you
honeymoon room for John and Martin? That is the most unhinged thing. That is so wild. Because if that is the case, she's the fucking room. I mean, I appreciate the wingman energy, but she's the room. Like, she literally just said, I would be the room, I would hear everything, which means she would fully just be sat there. Basically, it's basically a voyeurism kink at this point. Wing thing, thank you. Sorry, that is my bad. She's the fucking room. God, I'm on a roll today. Wing building, wing entity. She is the fucking room, or it is the fucking room. I'm getting lost in the pronouns now, and just in the horror that is the idea of being the room that people have sex in. like being the room. I think she'd prefer that. Good God. That's such a wild thing to do. Be like, hey, I made you guys a room you can fuck in. I'm technically the room, but absolutely wild. Like, preposterous behavior. I mean, specifically you getting lost in the concept. Yeah, it is in the spirit of the episode. So I'll plus inspiration to you, Levant.
We're looking for a room.
How long has Alex been alone now? On his own? Hours, at least. And he's only 4. 5? It doesn't matter. All that matters
Oh, he's a
is I
kid!
can picture his face and he's alone and scared.
That's so horrible! I thought all the kids went to, like, the freaky place down the road. I can't remember what it's called. And I don't want to call it, what the incubator, because that just sounds... There's something unpleasant in that image. Anyways, the fact that it's a whole ass kid, I feel like that does just make it like abundantly worse. This is all kinds of horrid. Like, it's this this episode is horrid in so many odd ways. Like, it's not horrid in the imagery is so horrid. It's not all of them. They tend to just have more basic fears. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Without me. How could I leave my son alone in a place like this? How could I do it?
Deadbeat mum. Classic.
None of the doors have numbers on them. No way to know if they're mine. Even if I hadn't lost my keys, I bang on each in turn and shout his name. I try the handles even though my palms ache from the blisters. Wait. Blisters. How many doors have I tried?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be the next one.
A flash of movement up ahead.
It's so weird hearing
It's a
two
woman.
different voices.
Do I recognize her? She looks so friendly with her wide, happy smile and her cheery voice. I tell her I need to find my son. I need to check out. Of course.
She tells
me.
I thought we were the 5-year-old. No, she's lost her 5-year-old. Okay. I was like, hey, yo, Helen, chill the fuck out. That's a kid, man. But no, it's a mother, so it's fine.
She can help. She'd love nothing more than to help me. Although she does hate to see me check out. It's always so hard on her when guests leave.
I like her.
She takes me by the arm and leads me down a narrow service staircase. As we near the bottom, I hear a distant
She's
cry.
every entity in
Alex.
Corridor here.
I start to run, but she says no.
Helen is, yeah. I mean, no, that makes sense. That's what I mean, is that, like, it's cool to actually hear the fear entity, because normally we just hear John's, like, retelling of it. You know, we don't really get insight into the entity itself. Even if the entity is a direct part of it, they just kind of seem to stay in the shadows of his statements. So it's cool that we're getting a slightly different dynamic here. I like it. That wasn't even a yawn. That was like a mock yawn. It was weird. That was a weird yawn. I have 1 like. Lucky me. That doesn't really happen often.
Need to rush. Check out lasts all day. That's good to know. My arm is bleeding. When did I cut it?
On her, probably.
It's okay, she has some bandages. I'm so lucky she's here. She bandages my arm and it starts to bleed even more. Something's wrong here. There's something behind her smile. I look away.
Oh
The dull blue
no.
paint of the staircase is gone, but I recognize the wallpaper. Where have I seen this wallpaper before?
Nowhere special.
The corridor? No, we were on the stairs. Did we leave? No, this isn't right. It isn't fair. I've got to... Wait, where is she?
Nothing's
She was
fair
lying.
anymore.
Was she? She led me here, but now she's gone, and I'm so tired.
Oh.
When did I sleep last? No, I can't sleep. I've got to find my son. Just keep moving. There's only so many rooms. He has to be in one of them. Just push on.
That's a good
Even
mum
if you
right
have to
there.
check them all. Ignore the blood you're dripping on the carpet. Ignore the mirrors that try to tell you how haggard you're growing. Ignore the laughter and the smiling and the chatter that has followed you since the reception.
Pardon me? Ignore. Oh, I thought it said ignore the mirrors that are telling you how big you're growing. And I was like, wait, is she a child? I was so lost for a second there because I was like, no, wait, she has a son. She's not a child. What? No, it says tell you how haggard you're growing. That makes a lot more sense.
When did you go to reception? You can't picture it.
Shame. It's very tasteful.
Checking out
There's
time.
ferns.
Wait,
There's
what was that?
Did you just say there's fur? Oh, there's burns.
Shame. It's very tasteful. There's ferns.
No, it does say there's
I don't know
ferns.
how long
Ah!
I've been in that. Shame.
Sorry, I touched the transcript again. It does say ferns. That's very funny. That's very funny. It's very tasteful. There's ferns. So unhinged. I love her. I love Helen, but part of me wishes that she was, I'm just going to say she because I don't seem to have the brain cells for other pronouns today. Sometimes I wish that she was legitimately like a good guy and actively wanted to be good, but was just really shit at it because she's a fear entity. Like, a bit like how part of why the doppelgangers were kind of cute to me was because they seemed to be actively trying to be good students, but they were just, due to their nature, very unsettling and did not know how to behave. You know what I mean? And like with the apple thing, with the smile in it, it's very easy to imagine them actually sitting around and trying to think what would be a good gift to this guy and coming up with that monstrosity of a gift. You know what I mean? That part of me wishes for that because I just love it when you have like an eldritch being that is actually a great guy, but just doesn't know how to be normal. And so is very unhinged and kind of uncomfortable to look at. They tried, okay? I know they did, but I'm just using them as an example. Like, I love it when you have like eldritch beings or just like cryptids or any sort of non-human-y thing that's actively trying to be good or trying to be a nice person or trying to be helpful, but they're just so not human that they, for the life of them, can't do it right. Like in movies where the alien's like, I thought I'd help you by getting rid of this junk, and it's like, that was my car, and it's like, really? But it's so outdated, and it's like, I know it was still my car, and they're like, oh, that's a terrible example, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, what I'm trying to say here. That's my favorite. It's my favorite trope. I just love it. I love when non-human thing is trying very hard to fit in and be nice and helpful and friendly and is just not good at it.
It's very tasteful. There's ferns.
Wait, what was that? That sound. It's not her, not just her. There's someone else. A man's voice, you think, droning on and rising and falling as he talks and talks and talks. Up there, just around the corner. I can hear them. I can hear them. There.
Oh, thank God. Please, do you know where room 288 is? My son, I don't know how long, he's been in there on his own, and I need to find...
Look, I'm so sorry, but there is no room 288.
But my son...
It's around here somewhere. Come on, let's have a look together.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, where did you see him last?
Okay, it was in room... Wait, hang on.
She's lying to you. She isn't your friend.
I know you. You're the woman from reception.
John, this isn't your business.
You were laughing when I got lost.
Listen, John, I didn't come up and tell you how to pull horror from people's brains,
Please,
do I?
I need some directions.
You do a bit,
This
actually.
place, it's such a maze.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I don't know how long I've been here.
Look, I'm
You've
so
got
sorry,
to help
but
me.
don't touch me.
See? Not so easy, is it?
Sorry,
Keeping up your humanity.
Just my son.
I could make her an avatar.
What the fuck just happened there? Did he just recoil at her touch? Good God, man. For a moment, John was part of the torment. I don't even know where to begin unpacking this shit. Good God. John is forcing the woman to tell the truth, whether she knows it or not, like what he did to Tim when he was in the unknowing. Oh, yeah. That was cool. When he was like, wait, what? He was like, you're my asshole of a boss. Wait, what? Oh, it's you. Like, that was fun. I liked that.
Place, it's such a maze.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I don't know how long I've been here.
Look, I'm
You've
so
got
sorry,
to help
but
me.
don't touch me.
Bro. A man's voice droning on and rising and falling. The sound of his voice was on its own a small horror. That's really funny. He's just like, hey, I'm not part of the bloody experience. I'm just here. Hi, Marie. I can't believe he went, don't touch me. Again, back to the, is it a fear entity or are they just autistic? Good God, I just vomited like 5 times, so I don't think that's okay. You don't have to. I hope you feel better. Jesus Christ, Marie. You didn't have to join if you were too sick. Yes, it's funny, but it's also this woman being forced to live her own statement as it's being recorded. Yeah, it's a little bit of like I imagine it's a bit like a feedback loop where it's just like, then it gets worse and worse. I'm not saying it's not funny. It's just like, funny's the wrong word. It's not funny that he was like, don't touch me. It was more of a, I don't know what emotion it is because that's too advanced for me. I'm not onto that class yet, so I don't have the word for it, but funny's not the word I'd use. But back to Marie, it's okay. You don't have to stay if you're sick. Thank you for coming. I'm glad I got to see you. But no, John's voice being terrifying is hilarious. Okay. You know what? He's got all the inherent terror of a drama teacher. Oh my god. That like, I love you, Sims. I just wasn't prepared for him to so viscerally be adverse to this random girl, like, touching him in a way that is, but you are not cut out to be an unknowable horror. Oh, that's funny. No, he is not. He tries, but, you know, can't all be it. We can't all be Helen. Anyways.
See? Not so easy, is it?
Sorry,
Keeping up your humanity.
My son.
I could make her an avatar.
Yeah. Best not.
Sending her away? I must have hit a nerve.
Ooh!
On my nerves. Not the same thing.
If you say so.
The girls are fighting.
So, what happens now?
You mean, did the sight of a poor innocent wretch suffering by your hand convince me that you need to be destroyed?
Pretty much.
No. You were right. It probably was something that would have convinced Martin it needed to be done. But I already knew what I would see and hear. I already knew what I had to do.
Because you've grown so fond of your old pal, Helen. Or because you were already going to destroy me. I see.
I was hoping I was wrong about you.
You've always known what I am.
Yes, but I'm only recently realizing just how dangerous you are.
Of course, I'm dangerous, John. I'm a monster just like you. And you can't kill all of us.
No. You're dangerous because for all the torture and cruelty, you still somehow got us to think you're our friend.
I am your friend.
No, you're not. That's just what you distort. It's why you spin, but you never quite lie. The corridors, the warped body, it's all just set dressing, isn't it? It's not the reality of what you actually are.
And what actually am I?
You're a question.
What lurks behind the door?
To some. But that would be the stranger or the dark. No, you are the question of what lurks behind a smile. Is a friendship true? Or is it reaching out with hands that cut you?
Oh, I see. Then
Helen is literally... That is Helen right now, probably. That was a horrific smile.
very good.
Even I didn't see it properly.
Have fun at work,
first.
Levant.
Not until the tunnels, when you wouldn't help. When you laughed.
Oh, come on. That wasn't a deception. That was barely a betrayal.
You work to hurt us and help us, all with the same smile, until we can barely tell one from the other. Keeping us off balance, constantly second-guessing our own opinions of you. Never quite crossing a line we could never forgive, but never putting yourself on the line either.
Damn,
And when one face finally stopped smiling, you just changed the face.
Fine. So if that's all true, why? Why would I do any of that? What's my actual motive?
I don't think you even have one. It's just what you are.
Oh, well done. Very poetic.
But none of that actually matters. What matters is that you want the world to stay as it is. I don't know if we can change it back, but if there is any possibility, you will try to stop us. And when you do, I can't think of anyone more dangerous.
Don't give over. You're the most powerful thing in the world.
She's
What
like
could I possibly...
She's a bit of a narcissist in that she manipulates people to kind of get what she wants, is what I mean. Although maybe a narcissist is the wrong one. She demonstrates sociopathic tendencies. That's what I'll say, which is she always knows just what to say to be on someone's good side. At least that's what I mean by that.
It's not me I'm worried about.
Oh, Fine. I thought this might happen.
Ceaseless watcher!
Want to try that again?
Ceaseless.
You are inside my domain now, Archivist. I can shift any part of myself to any corner of this wonderful hell you have built for us. By the time the eye focuses on me, I'm already someone new. Something new.
Ceaseless.
Oopsie.
You can't do this forever.
In this?
Yeah. The fear. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, actually.
Brave new world, I'm afraid I very much can.
You can't kill me, though. You're just stalling.
True. But hopefully, I can stall long enough that any of your little gang that can die have done so. By the time I let you out, you'll have nobody else.
I will end you. What? Nothing? No smirk? A laugh? I've got you rattled.
I'm not scared of you.
Helen, was that a lie?
No.
A lie. A genuine untruth. Like a little bit of loose thread flitting in the breeze.
Fine. You can go. There's the door. Just go.
Ceaseless watcher.
No.
See this lie, this golden strand of falsehood.
No.
Take it in your gaze and follow it. Follow through its curves and twists and knots as it unravels all before you. Unweave it now. Its fear and its falsehood. Its hidden teeth and the ones it wears so proudly.
You are no different.
Take all that it is, and all that it has. It is yours.
Christ, John.
Martin, good.
What happened? There was the hotel, and then
I killed Helen.
Oh. Why?
Long story. Ish. I'll explain later.
All right. And you couldn't wait till you were outside?
Not really.
Fair enough.
I love Martin in these situations.
How are you? How was your domain?
Oh, well, it feels sort of underwhelming now, to be honest. More.
Martin's sitting there watching a whole ass hotel just blip out of existence, for real. Also, the bits of that I caught in between of like her like begging to, that was so intense. That was like, damn. That was, I don't even know where to begin with that. There was like, she never even sounded angry, I don't think. I didn't hear her sound angry, at least. Unfortunately, looking through the transcript on my phone would not yield any answers. Transcript of Mag 187. I like that they're just called Mag, not TMA 187. No, they're just Mag. Let me find it. I want to find it. Okay, this is what she says in the background, apparently. No, 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 archivist. Stop, John. It's me. It's Helen. It's me. I've always been your friend. Don't do this to me. I've always helped you. I've always helped you and lent you doors. Think of all that I have done for you. If you do this, everyone inside me is dead. You're no different. You're no different from me. You can't save anyone. Interesting. She very much does give off the idea of like doing nice things for leverage rather than out of kindness, definitely. And that line definitely speaks to that, because she's trying to be like, remember everything I've ever done for you. You know, you can't do this to me because I did those nice things for you, kind of thing, you know? And then the whole sort of like sort of threatening him with the whole like, if you kill me, everyone in the hotel will be dead, you know, to basically try and like trying to play on his humanity, you know, hoping to get something there.
A journey of gentle self-discovery, really? I didn't realize I'm quite so...
Yeah, can you imagine these are both happening at the same time? Do you know what would be really fucking funny? Is if we kept switching back and forth between Martin having tea with himself and John and Helen just having the biggest bitch off in the world and just being it just feels like it would be funny. It probably wouldn't be as funny as I'm imagining it would be, but I feel like it would be quite funny.
Argumentative. I mean you don't need to comment.
Oh,
all right. So Helen's gone then. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
damn. Same bro,
Time to
same.
mourn? You can if you want.
It's so great hearing me.
Do you?
Are you trying to say Martin?
Want to mourn? A bit, I guess.
Wait, what? Oh, do you want to mourn? I thought you said, do you want more? I was like, more of what? Be specific, please, John.
I mean, she was our friend, sort of. A bit. Until you killed her. Well, which I'm sure you had to do. Take some time if you need. But not too long. Why the sudden rush? You see that over there? Yeah? That's London.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. London, bitches. We finally fucking made it. God damn. Took us a minute and several murders, but we're finally here. Finally did it. Almost finished the head of my mushroom. And that wasn't a euphemism. Mean Girls. I feel like I'm never on the same page as you, Levan. I feel like you're too you think too creatively for me. Like, I try to follow what you're saying. This isn't like a bad thing against you at all. So please never stop being you. I enjoy reading. You're right. I'm so glad you. I was like, I feel like I never really know what's going on with Levan. I never know if it's like I also never know what the joke's about. It's so great hearing Mean Girls Helen and bitchy drama teacher John. Oh, okay. I'm on the same wavelength now. It's like earlier with the whole voice thing, I was never on the same page as you. At any given moment we were on different pages. Got water on my keyboard and refused to obey. That's not normally the response. Sorry, Lom messaged me. Cool. I feel like it's not particularly common. Am I the only person that... I've never spilt water on my keyboard? Touch wood. Because I can't afford that shit. I don't know if I've ever spilled anything on my keyboard, actually. I probably have, but not to the point where it's like permanently damaged anything, so that's good at least. Yeah, I get it on my phone screen on a near regular basis, which sucks if you've got a cracked screen, which my camera phone does. May account for why it's kind of shit now. But I was smart when I got this one. I put one of them fancy glass screen things on it. Recently, the other day, noticed the glass screen was cracked, and I was like, hell yeah, brother. That means it worked. Can you imagine? My phone would have been cracked then. I have to keep this shit for like at least a long time. I don't want to live with a cracked screen. That shit sucks. It gets so annoying. Anyway, I'm waiting for this to crack again before I replace the screen cover, because I came in a pack of 2, but it feels stupid to replace it on the first crack. I'll wait until it gets worse. Or until one day I just decide it's time. Anyways, time for center of attention. Gee whiz, I sure do wonder. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna go pee. Pee break! Pee break! Did I spook you, Spooky? Hello, are we still live? I'm on a train in Euston. What have I missed? Yep, still live. Just finished. Rose gone for a toilet break. Yes, I have, and I'm back. Hello. Surprised. Didn't you not hear me say it was toilet break time? I shouted it and everything. Anyway, don't matter. I need my phone out. Okay. It is time for second episode. Center of attention. Oh yeah, I was saying, gee whiz, I wonder what fear entity is going to show up in this one. No, the stream actually ended half an hour. Yeah. This is actually just lag. You know, yeah, it's just, this is how laggy my camera is, that actually I did end the stream 30 minutes ago. Yeah. It happens.
Episode 188.
God, there's no way that, technically speaking, we could finish this entire series in 6 more streams. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. And of course, our yeah, I'm back on my bullshit. I can't help it. I'm a professional yapper. You all should know this by now. Whoa. Thank you. Appreciate it. Squishes all round. All right. Yeah, no, I know. And what I mean... Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I meant, like, this series, as in, like, the Magnus archives. Obviously, we'll do the Magnus protocol, because content. But I just meant that, like... I just meant this series could technically be done in 6 streams, technically. Dramatic cello sounds intense. I wish, as I walked around, I just had dramatic cello just all the time. I feel like that would make me a lot more cool. God damn it, I just realized I missed checking out. Yeah, sorry. Fortunately for you, it's streamed, which means you can watch it anytime. Bing! I miss all the good episodes. God, yeah. Sorry, mate. Fortunately, like I said, it is streamed, so... And you get to watch me go for quite a lot of it. I mean, damn. From start to finish, it was just... That was a good episode. It was a very good episode. I like that we don't really get to hear what Helen's saying over him, like, getting rid of her. I'm probably going to miss finale if we continue as we are. Why is that? Yes, but Spook can't bully you it during... Yeah. Oh, no. Rats. I'm always on that week. Oh, I'm away on that week. I can't fucking read. Do you know what? Given it's the finale, I feel like we should coordinate when I stream so that we can all be there, because it don't feel right to finish this without the whole gang. You know, it's not right to do it without Spooky bullying me, Justin giving away his hearts. With, you know, everyone's got to be there. So what we will coordinate the final stream and delay it as needed so that the whole gang can be there. including Crow. Crow is now part of the gang. I've adopted Crow. Don't worry. No. When we're close to finishing, we will, in the chat, I'll be like, okay, who can do when? Like I used to do, and I'd be like, which one's better, Saturday or Sunday? Until my mum decided that she constantly wants to come around on a fucking Sunday. Which is also happening this week. I am going to be there for the finale. This is not optional. You're absolutely right. It's not optional. This is mandatory. Oh yay! We have a Corvid now. Yeah, we do. We got several birds. We got Justin, our famed celebrity, who in the lore is actually Justin Timberlake. Shout out to my boy Justin Timberlake, JT. We got Marie, who I used to call Maria because I swear to God, her username is Maria, but then it doesn't come up as Maria, so then now it's Marie. We got Levant, which I always feel like I'm not pronouncing properly, but I do my very best. For a while, I was wondering about just calling you Diggy, but then I decided that was a bit too abstract. Even though Diggerus is a lot easier to say correctly than Levant. Like, is it Levant? Is it Levant? I don't know. I'm trying out here. So, we got to have the whole gang for the finale. It's non-negotiable, so don't worry, Blackbird. We will discuss it nearer the time and make sure. Don't worry, it's not. I kind of guessed that. It has no correct pronunciation. That's so fair. I love that. Yeah, so nearer the time, we will coordinate the stream so that the whole gang can be there, hopefully for all of it, but time is hard and all that, because we can also do it during the week. Like, I am available during the week. It's just I started doing it on weekends because I assumed that was when everyone else was more available. You know what I mean? People are less likely to be busy during the weekend, I feel. I don't know. That's what I've always assumed. But anyways, so yeah, and maybe we'll even get, I think it was Blackbird or Spooky that was there when it happened. Justin actually sent a love heart in the chat. Shook. Gagged. I didn't know how to respond. I was enthralled. I was amazed. It was such a moment. It was pinnacle. I was present. So we gotta have the whole gang there. So don't worry, we'll figure it out. Anyways, back into the current scenario.
Center.
Do you know, we can even try, I was there, core memory. We can even try and get Lom to be there live. Probably won't happen, but much like my gender and my alliances, my pronunciation is whatever is the most infuriating at the time. That is so funny. I need that on a t-shirt. I don't know what I would put in place of my pronunciation, but just the whole vibe of that sentence needs to be on a t-shirt. Yeah, we can even try and get Lom in the chat. I don't know if Lom will be able to be here physically, because I know that they are going to Bristol at some point. I know at one point they're temporarily crashing at mine at 1 a.m., which is fun. I can't wait to be woken up in the middle of the night, afraid that someone's breaking into my house, only to find out that it's cuddle time. It's like those surprise parties when the person is like way too like scared of surprises, and so like immediately starts panicking before they realize. That's what it'll be a bit like. Anyway, that I'm on a tangent now, as per usual. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but either way, it will be a big thing, and we'll make sure everyone can be there. You say this like you're joking, but we all know it's the truth. My gender is whatever is funniest for them. Why is that me? Oh, fuck. Anyway. I don't even know what I said like I was joking, but you're probably right. Anyways, episode 188, I guess.
Attention.
Center of attention. I've been doing the same round this whole time, by the way. I feel like that's important information to have. This is so small. I can't believe I haven't made a mushroom yet, honestly.
How much longer? Feels like we've been walking through suburbs forever.
Well, quite.
Right, okay. Literal suburban hellscape then.
Yes. Endless cookie-cutter housing. Impersonal. Alienating. A common expression of the lonely even before the world went to hell.
Damn.
I guess. Seems a bit, I don't know, a bit tame compared to some of the other stuff, though.
I mean, not to be, that isn't exactly a surprise, is it? That the lonely seems comfortable to you?
Guess not.
Damn.
But if you think there's a lack of violence or suffering...
Hitting where it hurts,
you're
why
mistaken.
don't you?
There's plenty, it's just hidden. Trapped behind identical doors and down silent streets of unknown neighbours. The suffering here is deep. And it's private.
Okay, yeah, I get it. So, I guess we're looking for an empty house? Somewhere to unburden yourself?
Actually, no. Helen, the distortion, turns out that was a lot of fear for the eye, and,
You're still full?
I suppose that's one way to put it.
You still haven't really explained what happened there.
She tried to trap me in the corridors, so I destroyed her.
Yeah, I know, but, I mean, why?
Probably because I told her I was going to kill her.
Yeah, that'd do it. Was it that bad in there?
There were a lot of people suffering.
That's really funny. She trapped me in the corridors, so I killed her. Why? Because I told her. Why did she want to do that? Because I told her I was going to kill her. God damn it, John.
But that's not why you did it.
She was too dangerous. She was only ever playing us.
So all that talk of wanting to be friends, she was just, what, lying?
No, that was real. She did want to be friends, but she also wanted us suspicious, off balance, uncomfortable. She wanted to be able to hurt us.
I mean, a bit of a contradiction, surely.
Is it? She wanted to be our friend. She just didn't want to be a good friend.
She couldn't help what she was, I guess.
Amen,
She
brother.
didn't try.
I hope the others don't take it too hard. Melanie was pretty close to her at one point. Assuming Melanie's still alive, of course.
Yeah. I thought you and Helen got on well, though.
Yeah, I don't know, really. She always seemed to know just the right thing to say, or the wrong thing. Kind of like, she had a way of getting into your head and making you feel like you didn't know what the deal was.
Like you were being stupid or something.
Sounds about right.
Plus, I was a little bit jealous as well.
Of what?
Of Helen. Well, the real Helen. I found the tape when you were on the run, and I don't know, something about the way you two seemed to connect when she came in.
Before she was eaten by a door.
Well, yeah, it certainly seemed to have a pretty deep impact on you.
It did. I mean, you remember how I was back then, how paranoid. That not Sasha was there, and I could sense something wasn't right, but I just couldn't place it. Left me a suspicious wreck. Then, when Helen Richardson came in, it seemed like she was in the same place I was, but worse, further along. I thought maybe if I could help her, that would mean maybe I wasn't beyond help.
Oh,
I'm sorry
that's
for
not
it
how
worked
that
out.
works, John.
Me too.
Martin Cage.
Was there any of the original Helen left in there?
If there was, I could never see it properly. I know that Helen Richardson was gone, the same way Michael Shelley was gone. I know the distortion was neither of them. I also know that the distortion of Helen was not the same being as the distortion of Michael, but they were also twisted up as a direct part of the spiral. It's like I could follow the knowledge of any one line of identity, but as soon as I tried to take a step back and see the whole, the picture changed.
Damn.
I want to believe that thing was just wearing Helen Richardson like a mask. That I finally avenged her.
At least we'll have plenty to tell the others when we meet up.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Speaking of, how's Basira doing? Where is she at the moment?
She's trying to catch her breath in a labyrinth of masks. She hates the stranger, but has overcome it before and will do so again.
Bad bitch
Her
Basira.
path is slow and painful, but she hasn't fallen yet.
How'd it go?
Thanks.
I don't have a particularly strong opinion on you, Basira, but how'd it go? Keep on keeping on.
About her.
I know. Oh, hold on.
What?
I'm hungry.
We're about to enter London proper.
I thought he was going to go, now I'm hungry. That would have been really funny. It's like when kids are like, why didn't you go to when you're like, why didn't you go to the toilet earlier? And it's like, I didn't need it then. I still got to. Yes, you do. We're waiting on that in the Discord. Join the Discord, everybody. I get bullied, and Levant writes beautiful literary pieces. It's a strange place. Mainly for the smorgasbord that it is.
What's it like?
It's the seat of the eye. The other powers have small enclaves within it, but it's going to be a lot.
Okay. A lot of what? Okay. That's a lot of
Okay. Been missing stream, so I haven't been inspired. What can I say? I'm your muse. I'm sure you'll find something. There's like a list of things, surely, that you've definitely brought up during streams. And also, to be fair to you, the streams have been a bit more inconsistent in the last few weeks. But I'm trying to create a new schedule so that I'm, somewhat following a routine. And part of that will be trying to be more consistent with my streaming. Aside from, of course, the finale, which will be whenever everyone's available.
Are they real?
They're not people. but they can see us.
Do they ever leave the windows, or...?
No, they don't need to. They have a very good view.
And the cameras?
I wouldn't look at them too closely.
I won't if they return the favour. Okay, so do we just...
Oh, so we're in 19... Is it 1984? No, I'm thinking of the fucking song. You know, the book, 1970 something, or whatever the fuck it's called. I used to love that book. Why can't I remember its name? Is it 1974? Or yeah, no, it is 1984. Yeah, I was right. I should stop doubting myself. I should believe in myself. Thank you, guys. I looked up as well. I was like, no, it is 1984. I did say that right. It's like in that, where he's like, there's this one spot in my house where there are no cameras that can see me. And that's where I do my writing. Spooky, they got something wrong. Sick 'em. No, please. I'm fragile.
Start walking again?
I don't see why not.
At least not any cars.
I suppose they don't get many new faces around here.
Especially not the archivist. Don't forget, you're a celebrity.
Maybe.
You're a celebrity.
Personal welcome wagon. Or
Fuck on the spot shit. Ugh. Yeah, you can't pressure bullying. All right? Sorry, Spooky. I'm sorry that you felt pressured. All right, take your time. Bully me at your own pace. It's okay. We got time. We all know I'm a yapper. You know, there's no rush. Ha! Haven't even read the book. Try reading a book. Book reader. Ow. Oh, my heart. It hurts.
Is that a possibility?
I can and
I don't know. I still can't see him.
Then I guess we'll find out.
Oh my god.
Let's move on.
This is actually just 1984 as a podcast.
Yeah.
Come on, Spooky. We have a bottom line to meet.
Can feel a statement coming on. I'd rather not do it with any more of an audience than absolutely necessary. All right.
Where the fucking hell are you?
You want to show so badly. Fine.
This is fucking weird.
London. Carmen hated London. She had only ever moved here because there were no jobs in her field outside of it, though right now she couldn't have told you for certain what her field actually was. When she had first arrived, she had almost convinced herself she liked it. That had worn thin very quickly. But recently the place had changed. It felt different. It had always watched her. Carmen had never been under.
Can you imagine if, like, because London is actually quite dystopian in a way, that actually everyone in there is just living their normal lives because there's no need to add. It's just that is how it is. It's like these motherfuckers have just been doing their jobs. It's just been going to work.
Any illusion about that. Most surveilled city in the world. So much so that you didn't even notice most of the time. She would barely register the bank of CCTV monitors on the side of the bus that cycled through angles until you were staring at the side of your own head. And she had lived next to a small park for 2 years before she realized the huge metal pole in the middle of the pathways wasn't a street lamp, but a bank of cameras. She had once counted how many times she could spot a camera watching her during her morning run.
31,
fun little
10
job.
minutes.
Sounds about right.
At
London
least
does sound close to hell for
back
me.
then.
Yeah,
Last
basically.
time she had tried it, there were hundreds. They tracked her movements and made so much noise that she could not have ignored them if she had tried. It was halfway between the mechanical whir of a focusing lens and the low rattle of mean-spirited laughter. Carmen didn't go running anymore. She lay in bed now, the lights of the street lamps below her window washing out the world in a faintly green LED glow. Her curtains had long since torn, and there was nowhere to buy any more. When she turned onto her side, she could see the blinds of the flat across the street twitching, the suggestion of an observer between the slats. Carmen turned her back to the window, tried to ignore the sense that she was being watched, being judged.
So sorry for you, Spook.
Her own eye.
As someone who is currently in London, this is not a statement. This is Tuesday. So sorry for you, Spooky. Hope you're managing. I don't like London. I don't hate it either, though. It's a bit of a middle ground for me. It's a bit of a... It depends why I'm there. I'm not. Oh, Spooky, your comedic timing knows no bounds. Your comedic value knows no bounds. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it depends why you're there. Like, if I'm there to go to the theatre or something, it's a bit of a... Walking around is stressful, but by the time you get into the theatre, it's like a closed off space, and, you know, so it becomes a lot... I mean, yeah, I'm I'm pretty used to it. Also, I'm one of those people that has spent their life as if there's like a camera just watching them. Definitely, I've seen people talk about this on TikTok. So, like, to be honest with you, legitimately being watched all the time probably wouldn't bother me that much. I mean, other than, you know, more intimate occasions. Aside from that, to be completely frank with you, I don't really think that would bother me very much. We are the chat. We, the chat, are the horrors. As someone from further north, I'm contractually obligated to hate London. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? I respect that. I respect you doing your due diligence. That's about as good as I'm going to say that word, so we're just going to move straight on. Okay.
Drifted to the door to
Do you...
her room,
No, do you...
she realised.
I can say this word. My mouth is just... No. My tongue feels too big in my mouth. Due diligence. There we go. But I'm a Midlander, so everyone hates us. Oh, Blackbird. Oh, no. You poor bastard. Just say the words. Word sayer. Leave me alone, sweet. You need me. Due diligence. There you go. Oh, hi. How? Florania. I'm going to go with Florania or Flo. Hi. Welcome to the chat. The heart person is Justin. Say hi to Spooky, Blackbird, Levant. On occasion, you'll see someone called Marie. Pleasure to have you. We are halfway through Center of Attention. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking. We tend to get a bit distracted, but everyone here is very friendly. They don't bite, except Spooky, but the only person Spooky bites is me. And by bite, I mean they're biting words. I don't know how I'm surviving, honestly. They cut deeper and deeper every day.
It was ajar. In the gap stood her flatmate, The one whose name Carmen didn't remember and who she couldn't recall moving in. Straight blonde hair atop a round, friendly face that never seemed to blink.
Oh, that's not unpleasant
It's
at
late,
all.
the flatmate said, her tone level. Carmen's throat
I'm
tightened.
glad you're enjoying your stay.
I am trying to sleep.
Squishes all around, gang.
Acceptable. The words bit into Carmen and she felt her head swim and her heart race so fast she thought it was going to burst. What time was it? She hadn't been making any noise. How would her flatmate known? This was her room, her space. She was allowed to be awake. Her flatmate was still there, standing in the doorway.
Can you imagine?
Eyes locked on her.
Howdy, stick around, but I totes recommend watching/listening to the older streams. It's a good way to pass time. I did. Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much. I love that people like actively have gone back and watched old streams, wanted to catch up, wanted to be caught up on the reactions. Well, thank you kindly. God, I'm getting all the compliments. Well, thank you very much. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked them. Squish, my friend. Squish, squish, squish. I appreciate that.
Carmen was shaking all over, trying to keep her teeth from chattering, from making more noise that might further disturb this presence.
Oh yeah, the reason I paused in the first place before I looked up and saw the chat was because can you imagine, like, you're just living your life and suddenly someone just moves in and it's just like, I'm your roommate. It's like, what? Like, I think that would be the one thing about this whole eye shit that would like freak me out, because it would be like a, what do you mean you're my I don't what like, it would be so weird, especially if you're living in a place which is not suited for roommating. Like, for example, there's only one bed in this flat because this room, which can technically be a second bedroom if you wanted it to be, is the office. So this is kind of a one person, it can be two people, but it's furnished as a one person flat. So if someone just showed up and was like, I'm your new flatmate, I'd be like, are you sure? I don't know where you're going to go. I mean, whereas if I was like staying in student accom and it was like shared student accom and suddenly someone got moved in, I'd be a bit more like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of standard practice. You know, this happens. All right. You know, like, you know what I mean? It's a different scenario. But yeah, if someone just showed up and was like, I'm your flatmate now, I would, good pronunciation of the name. It's an old Minecraft name. Ah, Florania. I like it. It's a good name.
A room. She did not sleep, and her flatmate did not move. And as the night passed, she could have sworn she heard the faintest snicker drifting from nearby windows.
The fuck are you looking at? If I could hear snickering outside, I'd be like, the fuck are you laughing? I would be very confrontational. The eye would have a problem with me, I feel like I would just be too like pissed off to be scared. Be like, the fuck do you want, mate? Going to age myself by saying mine came from RuneScape. Oh, that's not aging yourself, is it? Is it? Oh fuck, is it? Oh no. Shit, am I old? Oh no.
The sun came up gradually,
I'm getting old.
bathing everything in the harshest of lights. Every pavement crack revealed, every broken window or poorly painted facade laid bare for all to see. Carmen stared at her face in the mirror, the glow of morning reflecting back the bruised and puffy bags under her eyelids, the wrinkles that seemed to deepen every day. How many days now? And the pale weariness that almost leaked from her skin.
She tried to force a smile, but her reflection just stared at her, well aware that it was false. Behind her, she saw the face of her flatmate, that same expression.
Mine is a corruption of my name. Sea shanty. Levant is a corruption avatar confirmed. Oh shit. But mine is a Halloween version of my old Discord name that I never bothered to change back. I think Spooky is a great name, honestly. I kind of love all of your usernames. And Flo is also an additional great username because they're great for nicknames. Because it's like, in my head, it's like, yeah, it's the gang. It's Spooky, Blackbird, Levant, Marie, and Justin. You know, like that's, and now obviously Flo and Crow. Flo and Crow! Oh shit, that's great. Love that. Isn't that just something? Is LM. Yeah, see, I prefer Spooky. I think Spooky's much better. LM just doesn't have the same ring to it. You know? I would be embarrassed to be bullied by someone with the name LM, just straight up just LM. Nah, even though I hate them, I know I'd be Stranger or Spiral. I don't know which one I would be. I don't think I would be I, because I really just don't care about, you know, being watched and stuff. I mean, obviously, like it was like you mentioned earlier. Corruption, maybe, but to be honest, I've never really been a big germaphobe. Like, I was the little kid that would eat sweets off the floor. I'm the kind of person who, like, very much follows the 5-second rule. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not too afraid of, like, dirt, I guess is basically what I'm saying. Or, like, grime or, like, you know, things like that. No, it's not about your fear. It's about what fear you induce. Oh! What fear do I induce? Write down in the comments, gang. Sounding like a proper YouTuber. Jesus Christ, make it stop. What fear do we think I would be? Because I don't know. I could not tell you. What fear do we think I would be? I do have a very uncanny smile when I don't smile properly, I've been told. In one of my older streams, at one point I went, it's all about using these muscles, because if you don't, I did this at the camera. And long message, Rose, that's fucking terrifying. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. So I've got a very unsettling smile if I don't use the correct muscles to do it. But I don't think an unsettling smile a stranger makes. You know what I mean? So I don't think I induce the fear of being watched because I actively avoid eye contact. But I have been known to, on occasion, try and make up for the lack of eye contact by looking at the person when they're not looking at me and then averting my gaze the minute they do look at me, which could theoretically unsettle certain individuals who don't want that experience. But again, weird eye contact, a beholder does not make. So what are we thinking of thunking? Don't know if I would be Spiral. Would I be Spiral? I mean, I'm very hypermobile and stuff, which can be unsettling. I think I've actually broken this joint because I'm pretty sure this is not how this finger's meant to move. Pretty sure I broke this a little bit somewhere because this feels too loose. Know what I mean? Like this one's pretty bad, but this one's just hypermobility could also be stranger. I'd be spiral. I confuse the hell out of so many people. That is true. That is true. You very much do. Hypermobility could also be stranger. I feel stranger is the easiest to make work for a lot of people. You seem stranger. Oh, okay. I think that's just the autism, honestly. I think I'm just so autistic that it borders on being non-human. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I can see stranger. I'd be stranger, probably. I have a bump on my neck. And I found it, and now that I've found it, I have to remove it. Anyways, yeah, I can see stranger. I don't think I would be burning. That's kind of sad. I don't want you to, don't be lonely. I don't want you to be lonely. The lonely is the only one that makes me actively sad for the avatar, if that makes sense. Like on the subject of the lonely. I'm also very happy on my own, though, to be fair. I see what you're saying. I wasn't, again, I got it confused. I just don't want you to be lonely. But yes, no, being happy on your own, I can see why that would make you good for being a lonely avatar. I'm also very happy on my own. In fact, I actively try to make people leave on occasion because I want to be alone. I no longer want people. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the lonely is one of the few that's kind of more sad than it is scary. You know, I don't know how to explain that, but when it's like your whole thing is you feed off of other people's loneliness, there's something that's not as scary about loneliness. Like obviously it's horrible and can be quite scary, especially if it's like inescapable feeling, but it just feels a bit sad. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know, it's just what it is. Anyway, I'm getting fucking distracted again.
That dropped a hot coal of anxiety into her stomach.
Yummy anxiety.
I am waiting for the bathroom, the flatmate said. This is not acceptable. Bile rose from Carmen's throat for just a second as the flatmate took a step closer, watching her every move, examining her for imperfections, for failures. And there were so many. Carmen pushed past her out of the bathroom and ran back to her room, where she tried to find clothes for the day. But everything in her wardrobe was fit only to draw attention to her. She so desperately wanted to simply disappear, just for a moment.
Oh yeah, no, this would actually be a bit of a nightmare. Because I absolutely adore oversized baggy clothing, such as what I'm wearing currently. If I was just given clothes, that is my personal hell. Actually, that one detail is truly horrifying. Hang on, I need to click my neck. Oh. There we go.
The camera swiveled to focus on her the moment she left her flat, stepping onto the landing, lens extending towards her right at eye level. She instinctively swatted at it, batting it away. It was softer than she expected and warmer, impacting the wall with a gentle pop and leaving a sticky grey residue behind it.
Don't like that. Don't like that. No. What the fuck? That's just unpleasant, you know. The idea of something that's meant to be, you know, hard and cold. Wait, are they in what used to be London right now? Which episode is it? This is 188. So yes, they've just entered like proper London, and are now surrounded by cameras, and are now demanding a statement from the archivist, our local celebrity. Yeah. The idea of something that's meant to be hard and cold and, you know, maybe, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Spooky missed it too. So you guys can watch it together, I guess. I'm so sorry. Like if an, why would you say that? No, I mean something that's, I should have known. I should have known better than to endorse anything. The minute I saw that damn doppelganger smiley face, I should have known. For one thing, I don't even like apples, so I don't even have to worry about that happening to me because they all suck, in my opinion. Much to my annoyance. I wish I liked apples because I feel like they're just great. Came from Spooky. Yes, it did. Spooky was the originator of the doppelganger smiley face. I never realized how unsettling seeing the smiley face the wrong way round is. But now I've seen it so much that sometimes I kind of forget which way it's meant to be. You know? It's like I don't know what's real anymore. You guys have actually spiraled me. You've distorted my perception of reality to the point where I have to like actively look up which direction it's supposed to be in. Okay, apparently, Levan, you didn't do the doppelganger smiley face. You did the proper smiley face. Blackbird did the doppelganger smiley face. Oh, thank you. You know what? You're welcome. You're welcome. I do my best to be constant. That was a scream of pain, if you couldn't tell.
Carmen hurried down the stairs as the other cameras all focused on her, and the other doors on the floor began to open.
I just don't like the idea of something that's meant to be metal actually being warm and squishy. No. It's just, ugh. How the fuck did you do that? Did you just distortion cat face me? How? What? That 3 is the wrong way round. How did you do that? Jesus Christ. You and Spooky are a match made in heaven. I don't even know what that says, Blackbird. I've Epsilon. 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 What the fuck is an epsilon? It's beautiful. God. You know what? I give up. Squish is all round. I accept you all. Oh! Yes. Yes, it is the Greek letter, isn't it? I was like, what the fuck is an epsilon? I had completely forgotten what an epsilon was. Oh my god. I'm honestly quite impressed. That took me so off guard. The reverse, like cat face, just confused the shit out. I was like, something's wrong. Something is wrong here. That hit different to the distorted smiley face, because I feel like I've seen the distorted smiley face quite a lot by now. Thank you, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Take a bow. You know, you deserve it.
Fuss was about. The speed at which they opened, her neighbours must have been standing just behind them, waiting. She took it 2 steps at a time going down and almost tripped and fell twice, but it was better than the lift. The lift was nothing but cameras and mirrors, infinite reflections staring at each other out to all eternity, and the endless multiplication of 4 cameras to watch it all forever.
I'm sure over time.
She wasn't going in.
Here's mine. Oh wow. I'll be here all evening, specifically in your nightmares. Yours is cuter than Levant's. Like yours looks more. Levant's looks like if the mouth were to open, it would eat me. Yours looks a bit more like the baby that Levant is teaching in their ways, which is, I think, exactly what's going on here. Oh no.
At last she was in the street.
Don't know what you mean. Yes, you fucking do. You all do. Don't even lie. Don't bother lying. I know. And it's fine. You're Oh wow. Okay. Jesus Christ. You're perfectly safe, Rose. I don't feel safe. I feel unarmed. I feel slightly threatened. I've got mini cat face and big cat face, both distorting me. I'm not safe, but that's fine. I'm new uncanny buddy. Oh, great. I'm joking. It's great. I love it. The uncanny world is a glorious place, it would seem.
Dry and tinged with that gritty texture that always made her afraid she was going to have an asthma attack. Did she have one recently? There were memories, flashes of lying on the ground, desperate for someone, anyone to help. But they had just watched silently. Some had taken videos, but she was here now. That's
just normal everyday life nowadays. Like the minute something's going down in public, there's a camera on you. Like that's just reality at that point. Also, I feel like at first I'd kind of cope well enough with all the eyes bullshit. I feel like with time it would start to grate on you. You know what I mean? I feel like this particular fear kind of experience is like it's insidious in its like development. Because I imagine at first a bit like, you know, she was like, oh, she would just count how many cameras she could see on her morning run, you know, like almost like a morbid curiosity about it, you know. But I think slowly, yeah, it would just like wear you down. So I think this particular fear experience would work on me, but I think it would take quite a while before it did. You know what I mean?
She couldn't afford to have another attack today. She had somewhere very important to be. The street outside was not crowded, which gave Carmen the briefest moment of hope. Perhaps she could make her journey in relative peace. But then the camera orb on a nearby pole swiveled to focus on her, and just like that, every single person turned toward.
Damn, I gotta go again, Squishle. All right, Squish, see you soon.
Towards her as one.
Have fun with whatever you're doing.
Dropped as one by one their faces lit up, taking on that unmistakable hue of anticipation, of recognition. Carmen could remember none of these people,
But there was no ignoring the fact that they definitely knew her, and more than that, she was important to them. "Oh my God," the young man said as she tried to walk past him. "It's you." He waited for a response, but Carmen had nothing to say. And as her feet locked in place, her mind could do nothing but recite at her a litany of her inadequacies, her failures, her regrets. What did he want from her? His smile turned into a sneer. "I should have known," he spat. "What a disappointment."
Damn.
Carmen tried to walk faster, ignoring the middle-aged woman who looked her up and down, not bothering to hide the judgment in her gaze. All she had to say was, "Oh." The little girl implored for Carmen to play with her, huge eyes pleading, but she didn't have time. "You're just like everyone said you were," the little girl screamed as Carmen tried to walk away. "No wonder Simone left you." "Shut up."
Hey, yo! That was so out of left field! Can you... Can you imagine? Oh my God, I'm so red in the face. That's so funny. I don't even think it was meant to be that funny, but oh my God, that sweetened me, bro. Jesus. A little girl implored Carmen to play with her huge eyes, but she didn't have the time. "You're just like everyone said you were. No wonder Simone left you." Can you imagine, right? Like some little kid, like wanting something from you, or you know, wanting you to play, or wanting like a piece of candy or whatever. You saying no, and them just bringing up like the biggest trauma, and you're like, "Excuse the fuck out of me." I would punt that kid. I don't care if we're in a fear world. I'm punting the child. I don't care. I know it will have massive backlash for me because everyone will know and be like, "Oh, you kicked the kid." But I'd be like, "Yeah, and I'd fucking do it again. Where's she at?" Like, I would not care. I have zero fucks to give. If a child came up to me and was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of something that isn't like, that's a nice mix between it's funny, but it's not like too deep. I'm trying to find the balance. Hang on. If it, like, for example, okay, I've come up with a hypothetical. This will either be very funny or will flop. So don't be mean to me. It's like if a kid came up to me and was like, "Oh, race me," and I was like, "Sorry, kid, I can't." And they were like, "No wonder you got so fat during your last depressive episode." I would just be like, "Excuse me." That kid's getting the 1-2 fucking buckle your shoe, motherfucker. I would be so I would be mad. Because I would be like, one, how the fuck do you even know that? Two, if you didn't know that, that is oddly specific. Treason it is then. For real. Like, if you did know that, I'm sorry, where are your parents? They deserve a slap too, for you to even think that that's an okay... Like, the kid. Okay, I am highly against child abuse, all right? I don't think it's a good thing. I think it sucks. However, and I am saying this with the understanding that this is a we listen and we don't judge kind of scenario, and that I would never actually do this, but it's one of them thoughts that happens. You know, it's one of them thoughts, those inside thoughts that I'm letting the world see temporarily. And we listen and we don't judge kind of scenario. Some kids need to be slapped. By which I mean, it does, and I'm sorry. I mean, okay, have you seen those compilations of those little bastards, right, just ruining people's good time, like destroying cakes? I saw a video the other day, right? I've seen this video multiple times, but I saw it again the other day, so it's on the mind, of this mum, right? She had one of them big, like, black balloons for those gender reveals. This little kid, all right, and you could just tell that, like, previously this little kid had been told to snot. Like, he tried to burst it, but had been told repeatedly to put the knife down. This little fucker ran out of the house after her with a damn knife and just burst the balloon. I'm not saying, it's not that I feel like a child should be slapped. I'm saying the action taken by the child is a slappable offense. And it just so happens that a child did it. And it's like, I don't feel like I should have to control how I feel in this situation. I think I should just give you a quick, you know what I mean? That's all I mean. I don't actually want them to hit the kid. That's an overreaction and that shouldn't happen. Or like the ones where the kid is desperately trying to blow out the candles on someone else's cake. Like you just want to grab them. You know what I mean? Like you just want to shut up. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it just hits me different. I'm a very patient person most of the time, I feel. But there's just some behaviors that unfortunately happen in kids more than adults, because the hope is that by the time you are an adult, you've managed to unfuck yourself up and no longer be an asshole and do those things that we regrettably have to accept are a part of life in children. You know what I mean? Kind of like saying, like, being really blunt, like, as a kid, it's like considered more okay, but it's like, it's fine for now, but you're on thin fucking ice. Grow out of it by the time you're an adult. Otherwise you will get decked in the back of a pub. It's just what will happen. You know what I mean? It's fuck around and find out behavior. All right. In conclusion, fuck around and find out behavior always deserves a slap. And unfortunately, kids have a tendency to yeet themselves towards such behaviors like a fucking magnet, and therefore sometimes you just want to, but you shouldn't, and I never would. It's one of them inside thoughts. Again, this is an inside thought. I wouldn't hit a kid. I want to make this abundantly clear. I wouldn't hit a kid. In fact, I've worked with children, specifically children in who were in a special needs school. So like very high need children, right? I've been bitten many times. I have never hit a kid because I got bit or some shit like that, right? In fact, I actually was told like I could have a job there for reals if I came back with the proper qualifications after school, because my work experience there was so good. So that's why they left you. Slowly turns with a stone on stone sound. Massive smile on my face as my faith in God's wisdom is renewed. My day about to be made by foot deliver justice. Why is that so funny? I can picture it so vividly. Oh, or like when kids are just so rude to their parents, or just like, it's like oh my God. Okay, on this topic, right? This is okay. I figured it out. It's not that I want that kid to get hit. I want the kid to experience karma. And unfortunately, the easiest way for that to happen is physical violence. But there was a Reddit story that actually made my day. And it's so fucking funny. It was about this guy, right? And this guy is super, super tall. He's like 6'7" or some shit, right? Like he's tall. He's up there. Tree kind of behavior. But he's very nice. But a lot of people tend to be very like timid around him. But he said that there's one secret thing that he does that he abuses with regards to his height, which is that he's at perfect fart height for most children. And so he has been known to, on occasion, when he sees a child misbehaving or just being a general brat or an asshole in some way, he has been known to subtly fart on the kid. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. But it's just like, it's not harmful. You know, the kid doesn't get hurt. You know, most of the time, they don't even realize it's happened intentionally. Yeah. But he was specifically telling of a time when he was particularly drunk in a Target and had eaten like Mexican food and burritos and stuff for the past 2 days. So there was a good one brewing in the pot. And there was this kid who was just being such a dick. Like, it was one of those single mum kind of scenarios where it's a boy kid and he's just being like, you suck. I hate you, fucking bitch. You know, he was just being a right cunt, right? Basically abusing this poor mother, right? He was like, I want this toy. I need you to buy me this toy. And she's like, no, I bought you that toy and you broke it. I'm not buying you another one. And he was like, fuck you. He's a child, by the way. This is a child, you know? Anyway, the kid decides that he does not need to abide by the rules of society and begins to unpackage the toy in Target. Man has his eyes locked. He's like, that's the victim. And just release the way he described it is so fucking funny that you have to look it up. If you look up something like Reddit farting on kids or something, you'll probably find it. You'll know it when you find it, okay? Anyway, unfortunately in this scenario, the kid told the mum, and the mum was like, did you just fart on my kid? And then he basically was like, yeah, but your kid's an asshole. He's been shouting and screaming the whole time he's in here. He's wrecking that toy over there and he's verbally abusing you. So yeah, I farted on him because he kind of deserved it. And she just kind of went, and then just walked away, and they just ran because they were like, we don't want to get in trouble. And that is the funniest thing ever. I don't hate kids. I just don't like most of them because they're annoying. Like, and I'm not saying annoying in like their behavior is the kind of behavior that isn't normal for adults, because I have sat for hours at a time with my nephew when he was much younger, with a blue box full of trains, and the game goes as followed. Here you go. Thank you. 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 This goes on until all the trains are out of the box. Thank you. Here you go. Thank you. Here you go. Thank you. We did this for hours. Yes, it was boring. And yes, I kind of sometimes wanted to bash my head against a rock. But I did not want to. I was not mad at him because he was having the fucking time of his life. I mean, a man wanted to put those trains in that bucket so badly. And honestly, I respect his determination to keep taking those trains in and out of the bucket. I mean, why create train tracks when you can just keep taking the trains out of the bucket and putting them back in. I mean, anyway, you know, it's not. It's a fond. I look back on that memory fondly because I remember being sat on the floor, exhausted from schoolwork, with this tiny child going, "Here, go," and me going, "Thank you," having to put them in. Like it always switched as well. Like I just future train depot operator for real. Like you know, and like and so it's like it's not normal kids behavior that annoys me, it's shitty kid behavior that really grinds my gears. And it's especially shitty kid behavior that is not held accountable for. Like I read this story about this kid who was definitely on his way to being somewhat of a serial killer. And his mum was one of those people that's like, "Oh, he's just a boy. He's just a boy. He's just a little boy." This kid was insane. Like, and actively, like, on regular occasions was, like, saying he was going to take, like, an AK to school and shit like that, you know? I mean, I used to make the checkers stones go in a snake over the checkers board. That's cute. I like that. That's fun. That's very sweet. I like that. And it's like, that kid, that's not normal kid behavior. That is behavior that needs to be, you know, dealt with. Obviously, with more than a slap, it needs to be dealt with by a fucking psychiatrist. But as in, like, it's not typical average kid behavior, it's the shitty behavior. That's what pisses me off. Like kids who start opening the birthday boy's presents because they're a little spoiled brat. Oh my god, they just you know what I mean? Like I just want to give them a little hit because that's just bullshit, man. Anyway, completely off topic. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna carry on. We're just gonna move on, okay? We listen and we don't judge. Sometimes kids are assholes. Moving on.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah, that's why, because she met a bastard of a child who said, "No wonder Simone left you."
Shut up. There's no way the child could have known that. Did someone see? Of course they did. Of course they were always watching, judging, knowing all her business, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. To keep them from being disappointed, to not hurt them.
I mean, you could just punt the kid. It'd make you feel better.
And they all just watched her fall.
The fuck did you do to Simone, though? Just curious.
Sounds like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, her therapist said, voice soft and mellifluous.
Oh, what a good word.
Her eyes met Carmen's, and as always, Carmen had to quiet the flutter of her heart, choke down and try her best to hide the seed of lust that had settled inside her long ago. But she was certain she saw a flash of contempt pass across her therapist's face. She knew. She had seen.
God damn. I can, with confidence, say that I have never had a crush on any of my therapists or counselors. That is one of the few pride points that I have. The bar is on the floor. Yeah, that trope is always weird to me. I think it's because I fully understand how big of a power imbalance there is, you know, as the one in position to be providing it, now that I'm like, you know, very highly educated in the psychological field. Like I can truly appreciate how big the power indifference is. It's kind of like not truly appreciating the power indifference between a student and a teacher until you're the teacher, aka the one with the power, you know? Like, because it's almost like you don't notice the power imbalance when you're the one at the bottom, because it's just like, oh, that's just how it is, you know? Until you have the power suddenly, that's when you realize how big it is. You have to like have been in both both, you have to have been in both chairs to know how far apart they are, you know? So that is a big pride point of mine. I'm joking, it's not. I'm not that fucking
It
weird.
does feel like that, Carmen said. There's so much pressure, and I don't know why. I know why, the therapist said. It's because everyone's counting on you. Everyone's watching. Carmen was back in her room at last. She had no curtains, so pressed her mattress against the glass to keep out the light, to keep out the curiosity.
Honestly, I would just sew together a fuck ton of clothes and just do it that way. You got bed sheets, don't you? Just hang up a bed sheet. There's many alternatives. Cardboard. You can even just fog the glass. Just saying. I mean, there's probably reasons why none of those work, but you know, I'm being deliberately obtuse.
And used her desk against the flimsy MDF to keep out her flatmate. At last she was alone. Nobody could see her. She could do what she liked and it would harm nobody.
Well, that's nice.
So why didn't she feel it? Why was there still that small, panicked buzzing in the back of her mind that told her something could see her?
Because she doesn't know about the secret invisible camera that follows everyone. I do. If you're not one of those people that lives their life as if there's a camera watching them, that will make no sense and I'll sound insane, but that is a legitimate thing that quite a lot of people experience. I'm not really sure. To be honest, I've never really looked into it. I just remember seeing someone else saying it and going, oh, cool, it's not just me, and just living my life, you know?
But she was not alone. Carmen managed not to scream, but couldn't stop herself kicking the wall in frustration. The rage passed in a moment, and shame hit her like a truck. Someone had seen that. She was sure of it. And what must they think of her? On the section of wall she had kicked, a big chunk of plaster crumbled to the floor, revealing the brick behind. Carmen's brow wrinkled, first in confusion, then in horror. Set into those bricks behind the plaster was an eye. It was larger than a human eye and flatter, almost the size of her head.
Oh, that's not pleasant at all. But Rose, a genuine question, because you have the answer. Who is watching her right now? John? No, I get it. You say that as a joke. I can finally answer one of your questions correctly, Levin. I feel so proud. It's John, isn't it?
Gently.
I'm so proud of myself.
The pupil was locked on her. And all at once Carmen understood how deep.
There's a true sense of validation in successfully answering one of Levant's questions. You know, it's just I don't know why. It's just there's a very big satisfaction to it. It's just like a fuck yeah. It's like a hell yeah, I did it. Like, even though Levant won't judge if you get it wrong, probably. I mean, maybe, who knows? I don't live in your head, so I wouldn't know. But it's like, it doesn't technically matter if you get, but it's just so satisfying when I do. I'm like, yes.
It went. But they were in everything, lurking in the very fabric of the world she lived in, always keeping watch on her. It was not in rage, but in cold fury that Carmen moved the desk and marched down to the kitchen, ignoring her flatmate's recriminations of her actions being unacceptable. She picked up a chef's knife and returned to her room, shutting the door behind her once again. She looked at the eye, and the eye looked back. Carmen's arm shot out, thrusting the tip of the blade right into the pupil.
Do you know what would be so funny? Is if he went thrusting right into, ow! Fuck! Shit! I just feel like that would be really funny. Like, obviously, that's not what's going to happen because it would be so funny, but that would be such an anticlimactic. She plunged the knife forward, the tip going right into the... Ow! Fucking shit! Oh my god! Fucking... Ow! She fucking stabbed me! I won't. Being wrong is as important as being right. That is a very good mentality to have. Kudos to you, my friend.
Did not cut anything, for there was nothing but empty blackness. Carmen's knife was in her hand, then her forearm passed into the void of that pupil, her skin bristling with the cold. And then the iris closed around her arm, the thin flesh of the tightening muscle clenching with astonishing strength as it held her in place.
Ew.
Then, inch by inch by inch, it began to pull her in. She tried to scream, but her flatmate simply shushed her. Her terror was pointed and crimson.
Jesus
Tomorrow she will
Christ.
wake up hating London.
Getting Slay the Princess vibes from that. Unfortunately, I don't know what that's in response to, so I also don't know in what way. Also, I feel like Slay the Princess is a reference that I'm not getting. Yeah, I feel like I don't know what Slay the Princess is. If that's like a specific show or something. I feel so bad when I don't get references. I'm very... Oh, it's a game. Oh, that makes sense. Which one is giving that energy? The hypothetical comedic version that I put forward, or the actual version? To give me some context / reference points. Oh shit. No, not meant to do that, I don't think. What's happening? What am I doing? Yes, okay. Good enough. All right. I'll take it.
And worrying about how many cameras there are.
Oh, so John just straight up absorbed someone. All right, cool.
Is that what you wanted to hear? Why you're all staring at me like that? You wanted the story? Or maybe I am your chosen one and you're just waiting for your orders. I'm special to the thing upstairs, so that makes me special to all of you as well, right? Well, let's see if I'm worthy of your attention.
Damn. Whew. Wow. Okay. Well, that feels like such a paradox, because it's not a paradox. It's like a never-ending story, because it's like it's the eye feeding off the eye, feeding off the fear of the eye. It's just like round and round and round and round, you know. John's stomach is going to prolapse or distend from the fucking meal that he just consumed. Oh, I'm very hungry, and I kind of don't want to do my steps today. I normally do steps as exercise every day, but I just started my period and I'm very hungry, and by the time I finish eating and have digested enough to want to face the steps, I don't know. I'm just not... I don't really want to, you know. But then the other issue is that my mom's coming tomorrow, and I probably won't do my stairs tomorrow either, because I don't really like doing them when she's here. So, but that being said, a day or two of not doing them wouldn't, kill me. It's just, I'm very hungry right now. So I need to go eat. And I'm very hot. Like, I feel like I'm very sweaty, So I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm asking, should I or should I not? Because also John was talking to us. Oh my God, I had never thought of that. That's so meta. Oh my God, I love that. That's so cool. Even if that's not what he intended, that's such a cool way of like interpreting it. And it fucking works, because that's true. We are all watching, desperately like waiting for the next, chomping at the bit, basically. Try listening to those last lines again. All right. Yes, sir.
That what you wanted to hear?
Hang on a minute.
Is that what you wanted to hear? Why you're all staring at me like that? You wanted the story? Or maybe I am your chosen one. You're just waiting for your orders. I'm special to the thing upstairs, so that makes me special to all of you as well, right? Well, let's see if I'm worthy of your attention.
That was a weird experience. I felt the need to like shy away into the crowd. Like anytime he didn't just say you, he said like you lot or like all of you. I felt this need to like hide in the crowd so that he couldn't see me, basically. That's so weird. I am never not, he never ceases to amaze me with just like his skill and his talent when it comes to writing horror. Like, we are 188 episodes in, and he is still finding ways to change the game and just like, yeah, so that he couldn't see me. Exactly. It was like, oh my God, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just like how he manages to create things like this is just so incredible. It really is. Like, it's very, it never ceases to amaze me. It really is just very impressive. I think because I've just started my journey down under the red moon, and I'm sweaty and I'm hungry, and it's getting late. I'm not going to do my stairs today. What I will do instead is I will try to do them earlier tomorrow before Mum arrives. That being said, I don't actually know when she's arriving, so we'll see how well that turns out. Because if she shows up at like 8 a.m., then there's what are you gonna fucking do, But if not, it's just 2 days off. I'll survive. It's not like I can live 2 days without doing it. Plus, I've been doing weights as well. Yeah. You literally can't really tell. You can't see the difference at all, but my arms are slightly bigger and stronger. So, I'm doing that too. So it's okay. It's okay. I will be kind to myself. But damn, 2 really good episodes. Only took us 3 hours to get through them. I feel like I've taken up so much of you guys' time. I am always like infinitely impressed that you guys stick around for the whole thing. Like, it's very impressive. you know, and I do highly appreciate it. I enjoy the company. Oh God, I am very hungry though. So I think I'm going to head off. But Flo, if you want to join our Discord, there should be a link in one of the community posts, which should invite you. And so you can talk to the rest of the gang throughout the week. I'm also there sometimes getting bullied, reading the novels written by Levant, you know, everyday sort of things, and just another day that ends in Y. But other than that, I shall see. You see what I did there? Oh, I did it again. I'm joking. That's so cringe. I will see you guys next week. I thank you for the nice welcome. Well, of course, you're always welcome. We are a very welcoming bunch. Someone just invited me out, and I'm going to not do that because I am fucking hungry. I don't want to go outside. You could not pay me money to leave the house right now. Anyway, squishes all round. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I shall see you next weekend. Bye bye. Squish.